You ever wondered how the most successful people get to the top? How do they juggle so many moving parts? How do their brains seem to operate on a completely different level? It can feel like they're playing 4D chess while you're stuck playing tic-tac-toe. Well, here's the secret. The most successful people aren't born with superhuman abilities. They've simply mastered a set of 6 core skills that make them strategic powerhouses. And guess what? You can master them too. These 6 skills, first introduced by leadership expert Michael Watkins in his book, The 6 Disciplines of Strategic Thinking, aren't just for CEOs or high-powered executives. They're practical, actionable, and can help anyone think smarter and make better decisions. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of these skills and how to start applying them to your own life. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. First up, pattern recognition. This is your ability to spot connections and trends in the chaos around you. Think of it like being the detective in your own life. Whether you're Sherlock Holmes solving a crime or figuring out if your dog has eaten one of your favorite socks, patterns are everywhere. Identifying and recognizing them can help you get ahead. Let's start with something simple. Maybe you notice that every time you skip your workout, you feel sluggish the next day. That's a pattern. Or maybe you realized you're more productive when you work in the morning rather than at night. Another pattern. The trick is to pay attention, connect the dots, and then use the data you gather to build a routine and life that works for you. Journaling or using habit trackers can help you get better at paying attention to the small things. Patterns aren't just in our everyday lives. They often materialize in business, technology, culture, and the world around us. One example of an expert at pattern recognition was Steve Jobs. He noticed early on the direction technology was taking. Smaller devices, better interfaces, and the fast rise of digital media. This is how the iPod was born, and later, the iPhone. Apple is now one of the biggest leaders in tech. So keep your eyes open, because the patterns you spot could lead to the next big breakthrough. Next, we have systems analysis. This is the ability to see how all the moving parts fit together. Think of it like assembling a new piece of flat-pack furniture. Except maybe without the stress of all those different screws and the missing table leg at the end. One expert in this type of thinking was Henry Ford, founder of the Ford Motor Company and pioneer of affordable motor vehicles in the early 20th century. Ford introduced the assembly line, a way to build cars that would completely change the game. But when he introduced this concept, he didn't just think about building cars. He thought about how each step in the process could be optimized to save time and money. The result? Cars became more affordable for the average person, revolutionizing transportation in America. Now, let's think smaller and apply systems analysis to your morning routine. If you wake up 15 minutes earlier, how does that affect the rest of your day? Does it give you time to eat breakfast or prepare better for work? Systems analysis is about understanding the ripple effects of your actions, no matter how small. Once you see the big picture, you can make smarter choices to make changes to the system. So why not try overhauling the way you do things? It might just revolutionize yourself. Number 3, mental agility. Mental agility is like being a gymnast, but for your brain. It's about staying flexible and adapting when things don't go as planned. When you get thrown a curveball, how do you react? Do you panic, sulk, and give up? Or do you roll up your sleeves and try again? To practice being more flexible and adaptable, try taking a different route to work. Or say yes to something outside of your comfort zone. The more you expose yourself to new experiences, the more agile your mind becomes. If you found yourself resonating with anything we've discussed so far, our sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to support you. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professional and quality you'd expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who's custom-picked for you, with more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. BetterHelp has a special offer today where you'll get 10% off your first month. Just go to betterhelp.com/improvementpill. Number 4, structured problem solving. Structured problem solving is about breaking big, scary problems into smaller, manageable chunks. Let's say you're always broke. The week leading up to payday has always got you counting pennies. Instead of panicking and calling mom, break down the problem. Step 1, track your spending. Step 2, identify any unnecessary expenses. Step 3, create a budget plan to help solve the issue. When you tackle any problem step by step, it becomes a lot less overwhelming. Famous inventor Thomas Edison was the king of problem solving. When he invented the light bulb, he famously said, "I've not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His methodical and resilient approach eventually led to one of the most important inventions in history. Number 5, visioning. Visioning, also known as visualization, is all about imagining a better future. It's like dreaming big, but with a clear plan to get there. One of the easiest ways to practice visioning is by visualizing your goals and aspirations through a vision board or journal. Be specific. Don't just say, "I want to be successful." Say, "I want to start my own business within 2 years." Then reverse engineer the steps to make it happen. Need more inspiration? One person who's mastered visioning is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah grew up in poverty and envisioned a future where she could make a difference. Through hard work and a clear vision, she became one of the most influential people in the world. So why not take a page from Oprah's book? What's your vision? Dream big. Write it down and start taking action today. Last but not least, be politically savvy. But what does that mean? It's about understanding people and navigating social dynamics in ways that'll help you. In everyday life, this could mean being a better listener or paying attention to unspoken rules in your workplace. For example, if your boss is always grumpy before their morning coffee, wait until after they've had their caffeine to pitch your big idea. A great example of being politically savvy comes from the ancient Chinese strategist Sun Tzu. In his famous work, The Art of War, he believed that success didn't come from military strength, but from knowing when to form alliances, when to retreat, and how to outmaneuver opponents through strategic thinking and diplomacy. Sun Tzu's wisdom shows that understanding the people around you and the environment you're in can often be more important than power alone. So there we have it. The 6 core skills of strategic thinking: pattern recognition, systems analysis, mental agility, structured problem solving, visioning, and being politically savvy. They might sound daunting, but they're skills that anyone can develop. Start small and write down ways that you can practice these skills in your life right now. Put them into practice and watch how your life starts to transform before your eyes. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button or share it with a friend. Got an interesting tip or skill you swear by? Drop it in the comments below. And as ever, stay tuned.